Yeah, we planned for everything that St Kilda do, and unfortunately our players, for various reasons, didn't follow instructions.
What, in your opinion, were the main causes for the loss being that comprehensive?
Firstly, we got beat physically, I thought, whether it be hard ball or getting stripped or not being clean and close. Secondly, being found out with some easy goals. They got, I think they only took 9 marks inside their forward 50, but I reckon they had maybe 4 or 5 goals that were open running goals, where they got us over the back. We planned for that, and unfortunately we didn't guard it well enough.
Long turnovers too, skill areas.
Yeah, it was as flat as I've seen our players, and I'm trying to come to terms with why. So that's something we need to monitor and make sure that we don't have our players in that state.
You didn't see that flatness coming at all?
No, we had a light week on the track. Maybe that was the issue.
And you said they didn't follow instructions.
Around structure and positioning and things like that, yeah. St Kilda are a positioning side to defend, and we'd gone through that extensively with our players.
Which a couple of shy goals.
Yep, those sort of things. And look, if stats can be flattering, I think we outscored them after half time, but even when St Kilda wanted to congest, inside 50s were 45 all, but at no stage did we look like we were decisive or we were exposing their defence. It was more on the back of, we'll get it in, and then there was a mountain of players inside there, and then stoppage after stoppage. So once it hit the front on the scoreboard by a reasonable margin, they congested our forward line, and we couldn't expose it.
It's much the same around clearances, 2 mark 42 to 39, and theirs, the 42 were completely different.
Wow. Have a look at centre squares and it'll give you a different picture, as in 13 their way, 4 our way. That's the best one to win, the centre square.
Was it the nature of the way they won those as well? They were almost scrolling?
Yeah. Yep.
It's a strange game to watch. It's almost like a beehive effect at times. Two of the key defenders did
terrific.
Pretty good job.
Yeah, I think it's one goal. I think Milne might have kicked. Yeah, Rewald. Yeah. Well, that's right. So it's where they got their goals from that creates the other headache that we thought we were on top of.
Just going back to the midfield there, you mentioned 13 to 4. Was it? I don't think you can sort of purely say it was down to Sandilands not being.
No, not at all. No.
Was it just the midfielders that weren't looking properly for Grippo's taps?
So when you look at centre square clearances, you work out how and who, and sometimes it wasn't just the guys in the centre square itself; it was the guys coming off the wing.
How did you see Griffin's first game?
Oh, look, I thought he tried hard. Yeah, when you're playing your first game for the club, I thought he was competitive, and I thought he tried to the best of his ability. He wasn't the issue. No.
A lot of people get made a field record without Sandilands.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that issue? And the ability to win at the moment of day?
Yeah, I don't think Sandilands has got anything to do with when you need to be clean. You have to be clean with the ball, I'm talking about. Physically, maybe he's always high up in hard ball gets, which most ruckmen are, by the way. We were down in that area. Sometimes he can give us an easier look around stoppages depending on the type of hit out that he does. But we need to be better than that. If you rely on too few players, you're probably only going to finish up mediocre or down the bottom of the ladder.
Someone said today Fremantle was playing without its Hercules. The players' flatness have come from a bit of a mental letdown from not having Sandilands out there with them.
Hercules did it. They're calling Aaron Hercules, aren't they? Right. No. Well, that's an interesting way to look at things. I'm not sure whether he would like that name.
He must make players walk taller around him. He's that very so dominant.
Yeah. Look, I think we were reactive to a lot of situations. Just not forcing the issue enough. That's the real essence of it. Whether Aaron's there or not. Individually, it's up to you as a player how you handle those moments, irrespective of whether Aaron's 50 metres away.
In terms of being active, a lot could be said maybe for intensity, and I think 3 of the last 4 games, your intensity probably hasn't been quite up there. Do you have to sort of get the leadership group to lay the challenge down to everyone now to sort of maintain that for 4 quarters?
Yeah, I think we've played really well the week before. Now, okay, the opposition was different, and they're probably better defensively than Port. Well, look, the disappointing part was that we knew what they were going to do, and we thought that we'd come up with the right game plan to be able to defuse that. And at no stage did we make them have to play on us enough.
Injury-wise?
No, it's okay. No, Fife just tweaked his shoulder a little bit, but it should be okay.
Bradley seemed very confident.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's okay.
Mark, is that the sort of performance that normally should have consequences, but if it should have consequences, are you in a position to make it have consequences?
No. I will make the necessary selection issues that we can.
Mark, Fife was tackling one-handed at the end.
Yeah.
Right side. You actually think you'll be okay though?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he just slips out at the moment a little bit.
You've still got a winning record, but tonight you could be out of the 8. What about the big picture in terms of where you think the season's at?
If you look at the big picture here, mate, you always like to ask about the big picture, don't you? The big picture is a weekly basis for us.
We're looking ahead to Hawthorn next week. It's obviously going to be another massive challenge.
Yeah. It is. They're a good side, and they've got some key forwards, some really good running players. And they've been there and done that in the last couple of years. So, yeah.
Will you make changes?
Yeah, we will.
Who's impressed you in the Waffle come back to?
Yeah, well, there's a few guys there that obviously you guys are across who's playing at Waffle level. There's not a lot at the moment. Zach's obviously playing up in Darwin. Clayton Hinkley's back. Clancy Pearce was a late withdrawal today. Will probably be okay for next week, so he would come into line for selection. Bugavat, he's been playing okay at Waffle level. So it looks Pitt, so these sort of guys that have been in around the team.
Mark, will you be seeking a clarification of the advantage rule after there was that David Armitage goal early in the second quarter when Peck appeared to have played on and kicked the point, and then it was brought back?
Yeah, I thought there probably should have been a few more 50-metre penalties that we probably need to have a look at too.
But will you be asking about the advantage rule?
I think we sort of ask about that nearly every week. Yeah.
Well, because your latest information on Sandy Van still probably 4 games.
Yeah.
And Barlow in terms of Waffle.
I would say him and Roger would play this week. Yeah.